This version of It's Eric Nagel has been modified from its original broadcast. Content has been edited to fit this platform.
Happy New Year!
Broadcasting on top of the Empire State Building. E-R-I-K, New York. 92.3. E-Rock.
E-Rock Radio. E-Rock Radio. E-Rock Radio. It's E-Rock. E-Rock.
It's E-Rock Radio.
I love E-Rock.
We love E-Rock Radio.
E-Rock? What's that?
E-Rock Radio.
E-Rock.
E-Rock?
E-Rock Radio.
He's evil.
Eric Nagel is this, he's this radio guy, believe it or not.
I like listening to him. He's really smart.
E-Rock.
He's on the air.
Hello, everybody. My name is Eric Nagel, and along with my co-host Jordan, we're going to be doing this thing, counting down our top 5 songs of the year. Me with Spotify Wrapped, Jordan, who uses Apple Music, and as always, our parent company loves the fact that we're highlighting competing platforms. I made it a goal this year to try to listen to more modern-ish music. Did I succeed? Did I fail? We will find out in just a moment. Happy New Year to you all. And I was looking online, and people are posting those stupid collaboration videos where the guy says, and that ends the 2024 season, goodbye. It's a sports announcer named Sam Levitt from San Diego, I think the Padres. Stop doing that. If you're putting those videos together where the guy says, this ends the whatever season, goodbye, and all that, it's ridiculous. It's very hack. So stop doing that. You're making yourself look quite the fool. Now, let's get to the music. Let's get to what we're here for. For me, it's my Spotify Wrapped list, as they call it. This is my top 5. Now, I had some problems with this because here's what happened this year. In February of 2024, I got a notice that my Spotify account had my information changed. My login information changed. I got it back. Turned out somebody in Brazil hacked it, and it kind of messed with my algorithm, my top listened to songs of the year, because it was all a bunch of Portuguese, Brazilian artists, and I had to figure out how to remove those from my list so they don't qualify for what we're doing here, because if I played half the selections that they were listening to, one song they played for like 50 times in a row. Maybe I should have just done that. I should have taken that one song and played it in all 5 slots, because technically it's what it was. We got rid of all of that. And then the other thing is my kid uses my Spotify, especially in the car. So this also would have been the Encanto soundtrack, Gabby's Dollhouse, Frozen soundtracks, all of those kind of things. It would just been a real hodgepodge of what the fuck is this. So thanks to Hollywood agent Rob Stark told me about going in and how you can adjust the settings to eliminate that stuff from your algorithm. It doesn't count. I went through, did all of that stuff, and lo and behold, it reorganized my list, and I have something somewhat presentable to give to you today. So let's start with number 5 on my list. It's an artist called Skilla OP, and the song is called Crossroads. It's from 2019 when this single was released. And check this out. The guy announced on his Instagram on July 9th, 2022. Let me quote what he said here. "I've been very inactive. Kind of given up and settled down at this point, but to all my people, I love you all. Music was a fun ride, but I'm on to other businesses. I'll post songs every once in a while, perhaps. Thank you to all the people who cared about it. You have a lifelong friend in me." So this guy, I guess I discovered this year, was listening to this one particular song a lot, and he just calls it quits. He goes, yeah, I did it. I'm done. Moving on to better things. So there's no more stuff from this guy. We'll have to just settle for the little bit that he put out there for us to enjoy. Once again, Skilla OP is the guy's name. The song is called Crossroads.
92.3 E-Rock.
Tonight, and I'm your daddy.
All right, that was number 4 off my Spotify Wrapped for 2024 list. That was Weezer, I'm Your Daddy. And this one featured Kenny G. A surprise guest cameo by Kenny G. It was from their AOL sessions that they did this, but the song itself is off their 2009 album, Off Ratitude. R-A-D. Radical. That's my word. That's the thing that I say. We're going to move on to number 4. Number 4, not by any means a new song. In fact, we're going back into the 80s. I don't know why this particular song was featured so heavy this year. I really don't have a reason as to why I was listening to it a lot, but alas, according to these statistics here, I was. The song's called I Won't Back Down from Tom Petty. This is his first solo album. He put it out in 1989. The song was co-written by Jeff Lynne of ELO. Who doesn't love ELO? I love ELO. Jeff Lynne was also playing on the song. George Harrison was also playing acoustic guitar and making background vocals for the song. Tom Petty, George Harrison were also in a supergroup together called the Traveling Wilburys. So it really is no surprise that George Harrison is making a bit of appearance on this song. What is a big surprise is if you watch the music video, the drummer is Ringo Starr, also of Beatles fame. Now, he plays the drums in the video, not on the actual song. So if you go look up the video, it's interesting to look at some of these weird crossover things from the 80s. And one other thing I want to mention about this song. So back in January of 2015, do you know the idiotic artist Sam Smith? He's got a few songs out there that you might know. You may also know him from the whining, crying, self-imploding anxiety video he put out during the pandemic, freaking out that he can't handle being at home while, everybody's trapped at home and he just can't deal with it, while sitting in a posh, multi-million-dollar mansion, crying, trying to relate to common folk, also stuck at home and in isolation during the pandemic. Yeah, he got a lot of shit for that, and rightfully so. Anyway, back to 2015. He put out a song called Stay With Me that rightfully he got sued by Tom Petty's publishing people. Sam had to pay about 12.5% in royalties for the song. Jeff Lynne, who co-created the song with Tom Petty, noticed that the song was pretty damn similar to I Won't Back Down, so the idiot had to pay out of the royalties for swiping that song. Now, he claims he never heard the song before, and Tom Petty believed him. Maybe that's true. I prefer to think not. I prefer to think he blatantly stole that song, but what do I know? Well, I do know Won't Back Down is playing right now.
92.3 E-Rock.
All right, Eric here with you. We're continuing on with my Spotify rap list for 2024. We're going to take a little sidebar for a moment because I'm going to include a track that technically isn't in the top 5 or top 10 of my things, but it's the top cover song that I listened to this year on Spotify. It's a group called Ballyhoo with an exclamation point, so you know they mean business. It's an American reggae, rock punk / whatever, kind of a homogenous thing. They're a band from Aberdeen, Maryland. That's a horrible accent. They covered this release in 2022. It's pretty good. It's their version of Blink-182's Damn It.
E-Rock Radio, 92.3 E-Rock.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. If you didn't, what do I care? This thing was free. We're going into number 2 now, and this is where things get a little tricky because, according to my list, there were two songs that came in the number 2 position. How is that possible? I don't know, but they're tied. And they both feature the same artist. I was just pausing for dramatic effect. The first song is Eminem's Houdini. The second song is LL Cool J and Eminem doing Murdergram Do, which is the sequel to the original Murdergram. But let's start with Houdini here. This is off Eminem's 12th album called The Death of Slim Shady. It came out in the year of 2024. Contains parts of Without Me, My Name Is, and Just Lose It, so he's just sampling from himself, both in the video and within the song. He also samples, and if you don't know this, a lot of the younger people don't, but we're going to tell you anyway, Steve Miller Band's 1982 hit Abracadabra. It's fantastic. Hell, even the instrumental is good. If he wasn't rapping on it, which is far superior, but if you took the vocals out and just listened to the instrumental, also what the kids call a club banger. Here it is, Eminem, Houdini.
92.3 E-Rock.
And like I said, there were 2 songs for the number 2 position on my Spotify 2024 Wrapped list. LL Cool J and Eminem. Murdergram Deux, D-U-E-X, how the French do. It's from LL Cool J's 14th studio album called The Force, also came out this year. It's the sequel to his original song Murdergram that came out in 1990, the year of our Lord. This song is amazing. Pretty much just throwing everything at each other like it's a battle and going faster and faster. It is just, it's a word salad served correctly. I think that's a way of describing this. If not, who cares? The song's playing right now. Enjoy it.
Do you remember first time you heard the legend in leather?
All right, we're down to my number one selection for my Spotify Rap 2024. Now, this was number 3 on my 2023 list. Now it's number 1. We also used this song to conclude our 10th anniversary show that happened earlier this year, back in June. That would be for the It's Erik Nagel show. Our 10-year anniversary happened. You can find that episode on YouTube, or you can get the audio version wherever you get podcasts, Apple, Spotify, all of those places. It's from their 7th album called Let the Dominoes Fall from 2009. Of course, we're talking about Rancid, Last One to Die.
E-Rock Radio, 92.3 E-Rock.
And that is it for my top 5-ish list of Spotify Rap 2024. Thank you so much for putting up with this. I do appreciate it. Listen to the It's Erik Nagel show, available live each and every week. You can go to our live rooms on YouTube and on Twitch, all under It's Erik Nagel. You can get the audio versions through iHeart, Apple, Spotify, any of those places that you get on-demand content. You can get it right there. Missed the live stuff and you want to see the video of the show, of course, that's all right there for you on our YouTube channel. It's Erik Nagel. Go over there, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and hit the notification so that you know when we're on, and tell 2 friends so they can tell 2 friends, etc., etc. That helps us out. That's the best way you can do it. Also, it's Erik Nagel across the board on all the social media platforms. Find us there if you would be so kind. Happy New Year. Don't get run over. And Jordan is coming up next.
Showtime!
Jordan, come on, Jordan.
A bottle of pancakes, Eric, with legs.
In my heart, I know I'm funny.
Since when do you care about anyone not named Jordan?
92.3 E-Rock.
Hey everybody, it's Jordan, co-host, Arizona native, former Bowling for Soup lead singer impersonator, and you just listened to Erik Nagel's top 5 Spotify wrap-up of 2024. Now, if you guys checked out our playlists over the summer, Eric's version and Jordan's version, you'll know that our music choices tend to be a little bit different. I'm skewing a lot toward the newer stuff, checking out what's out there, seeing some of the new bands, going to a lot of concerts. Erik tends to kind of lean into his comfort zone, which is not a problem. A lot of good music out there. But I tend to kind of create playlists of bands that I'm going to see, concerts that I'm going to, and honestly, this list is no different. Now, this year, I didn't get to see this band. They did a resurgence. They're coming back. Linkin Park, new lead singer, Emily, coming in to replace Chester Bennington. A little bit mixed on how I enjoyed it at first. Starting to kind of lean into it a little bit. Still kind of weird hearing some of her takes on the older catalog, but this new album, because it's written for her and because it kind of was catered to her singing style, was not that bad. Now, it just released back in November. I've been listening to this particular song nonstop, and it's why it's made my top 5. I will be going to see them live next year here in Arizona. So with my top 5, at number 5, you have Linkin Park.
92.3 E-Rock.
Room to breathe, I need to drink space.
That was Room to Breathe by a band that I absolutely love, and it pains me to say they are no longer together. That is Hangar 18 from their second album, Sweep the Leg. That is a band that I think everyone should check out. A lot of good hip-hop coming out of New York, obviously. They were no exception. Now, their singer, Alaska, does still do new music. He tends to kind of just collaborate with other artists. I know he was collaborating with Slug from Atmosphere, so a lot of stuff out there from him. Unfortunately, Hangar 18 only really put out 2 albums, so I definitely say check them out. They are fun to listen to. Now, number 3 is another one of those bands that I really didn't have a lot of knowledge about. I've heard a few songs here and there in passing, but not really something that I was into. Now, I had an opportunity to see them live this past summer, and some of their stuff really resonated with me. So I really enjoyed kind of getting to know an existing band, almost the opposite way, going to see them live, enjoying them, and then immersing myself into their catalog. So coming in at number 3, A Day to Remember. All right, at number 3, that was A Day to Remember with Resentment. Now, one of my favorite bands is coming out with a new album here in 2025. This is one of the songs off that album. They released it a little while ago, and it just stayed on my playlist for weeks. The song is called Searching for Tomorrow by a band that I adore, Coed and Cambria, out of New York. A lot of New York bands coming out of my choices here. This is a continuation of a 5-album run that they started with Unheavenly Creatures back in 2018. Looking forward to this new album. Hopefully it's going to be good. Number 2, Coed and Cambria, Searching for Tomorrow. All right. We're here at the number 1 choice. Now, this is not a choice that I thought I would be making. This band kind of crept up my list, became not only my number 1 song choice, but I had 3 songs show up in my top 10 from this band, and it was the top band of my 2024. Now, the reason why that happened is that I was supposed to go to When We Were Young back in October. They were a co-headlining band. I missed out, didn't get to go, and lo and behold, they announced they're coming to Arizona in February of 2025. So, of course, I bought tickets. My number 1 song coming in from Fall Out Boy, Love from the Other Side. That was Fall Out Boy with Love from the Other Side, wrapping up my Apple replay of 2024. Always open to new music. I always love new suggestions, trying to find new things. So if you guys want to follow me on any of the social media at Jinxed Ronan, you guys can drop me a line. Let me know what you're listening to. Share something weird, something fun, anything you want. I'd love to listen to it. Maybe it'll even show up on my 2025 playlist. Now, before I go, I was listening to Eric's rundown. I realized he took some creative liberties by throwing in an additional entry into the list. One of his cover songs that he listened to the most this year. So, I'm going to do the same. Welcoming in 2025, I'm going to leave you with my favorite cover song of 2024. This is Sam Donald with his cover of Aerials.
Erockradio, 92.3 E-Rock.
If you guys want to check out more music from us, we have the It's Erik Nagel playlist, Eric's version and Jordan's version, both on Spotify and Apple Music. I'm pretty sure we're going to be adding to that over the upcoming year. I know I've got a lot of concerts coming up. I'm going to see a lot of new bands, a lot of old bands. I appreciate you guys listening to the show. And if you can, check us out every week on It's Erik Nagel. Go to the YouTube, go to the Twitch, find us there, hit that bell, like us, subscribe to us. You know what? Throw us a few bits here and there. I don't care what you do. Just like us. Come hang out. Come chastise us. I don't care. Just come say hi. And we'll see you in 2025.
It's Erik Nagel.
Alas, we're out of time.
Follow It's Erik Nagel on social media platforms. For ways to watch and listen to the show, or join us for the live shows, head over to itseriknagel.com. Yo, and remember to tell 2 friends so they can tell 2 friends, and they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends. You get the idea.
Keep it real, homies.